Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Projects. I am back with another project. So in this video, we are going to see how to create voice recorder in Android Studio. So we are going to use Java to create this application, and we are going to learn lots of things like how to save file in your recording file in your storage, and then how to execute tasks in background using the help of executors, how to play that recorded audio, then how to add a autoplay functionality. Let us suppose your audio is get finished, and then how you can show the play button again to play that audio, and how you can record new audio as well, and then you can play it as well. So before starting this video, let's see a demo of the application what we are going to make, so it will give us clear idea what we actually going to create in this video. So for this I have to open my phone. So I open my phone, and you can see this is the application we are going to create, voice recorder demo. So I open this application. So when you open this application first time, so you can see it is showing just a recording file name 00 high quality, and this is just a basic text. So now if I press on record button, so you can see now the recording gets started, and you can see on the top, and now I get my file path where my file is actually stored. So now I have to pause the recording. So I pause the recording. So you can see now recording get paused. Now let us suppose I want to play the recent play audio in my application, so I have to click on this play button. So when I'm going to click on this play button, just listen this audio. You can see on the top, and now I get my file path where my file is actually stored. So now I have to pause the recording. So you can play it again if you want. So you can see now the recording gets started, and you can see on the top, and now I get my file path where my file is. You can pause it as well while playing. So in today's video, basically we are going to create this kind of application. This contain lots of concept like how to play handlers in your Android, and how to show the time of recording. Let us suppose you pause this and you start creating a new recording again, then how you will going to manage it, how to reset everything, and then how to start everything from scratch. So we are going to learn lots of things in this video. So if you want to create this application, then watch the video till end. And if you don't subscribe the channel till now, then please subscribe the channel. And if you don't like the video till now, then please like the video. So don't further delay. Now let's start the video and see how to create this. So for this, what we have to do, first of all, open your Android Studio, and now click on file, then click on new, and then new project. Now click on empty activity, click on next. You can give any application name. So I am just giving here voice recorder tutorial, and click on finish. So it will going to create this project for us. So now the project built successful, and we are ready to write the code. So first of all, we are going to import some animations inside. We are going to use as Lottie animation as well to show the playing audio, and for this I need some images as well to show the recording play icon, play button as well. So I am open my previous project, and I have to copy this. So I copy this font directory, and I copy these icons as well. So first of all, let's copy only font directory, and I will also provide these fonts in description, so you can, if you want to create this, you can and just paste on resource folder. So I will also provide this in description, so you can take font from that. Now I open this again, and now I just copying these icons, and I paste these icons here. So you can see both icons are pasted here successfully. This is just a recording icon, play, pause button, these things. Now I have a Lottie animation as well, and as you know, Lottie animation is a JSON file, so we need to create a directory here. So right click here, then new, then enter resource directory, then just give the directory name raw, and the type of resource type should be raw, and here we need to paste our Lottie animation. So open this and paste our Lottie animation here, Control C and paste it here. Now you can see Lottie animation file is placed here successfully. Now open this project again, and we need to add dependency of Lottie if we want to use Lottie in our project. So Control C. So it is your choice whether you want to use Lottie or not. So now paste this Lottie here and click on sync now. So it will add this dependency. Now dependency set up correctly, close this. Now I have to change my also title bar status bar color. So I have to go inside my colors.xml, and I am just copying this color code for my status bar. So it is your choice whether you want to change it or not. And now open this themes XML, values, colors, and just paste this color here. So this is fine. So now this whole setup is done. Now we are ready to write the XML code, but I think we can copy paste the XML code directly, because we have to focus on logic, and you can create your own design. It is your choice. I can explain the entire XML code, but it will going to take lots of time. So I prefer just copy paste, and then I will explain you the code, how the code is working. And don't worry, I will going to provide the all file links in description, so you can directly copy paste them if you want. So I just open this project, and there is the XML. So you can see I have to just copy this, and then I will explain step by step what it contain, and you can also copy paste this, and I am going to provide this XML file in description, so you can also copy paste it. So Control C copy, because XML going to take lots of time, and I already uploaded lots of tutorial related to XML, so you can check that if you want to create how to create responsive UIs. So now you can see on the top what we have a simple BG. You can see the height of this is match parent, and the width is match parent, and height is 200 dp. So, and on the top you can see it is a relative layout. Now below this what I have just a text view where I will going to show the recording path, and I just set the layout with 300 dp, so you can set as match parent as well, and height is rep content. And now I just give the id layout above. I give the id to this TV recording path, and it is above linear layout. Now you can see this is the linear layout, and I set the linear layout orientation vertical. It contains two items. One is the time of the recording, and below just a text view to show it is high quality, and you can type whatever you want. And I give the ID of this LL time, and I set the recording path above this LL time. So hope you understand. Now inside this what I have just a text view and the type, and ID of this TV time, and this is just a text view high quality, and it doesn't contain any ID because we don't have to work with this Java. And inside this, now below what we have an image view, and I set it to align parent bottom pass through, center horizontal pass through, place in center. Then I just give a margin top 40 dp. Then I set the background color transparent, and I set the source recording inactive, because when you open the application in first time, it will going to recording on the time recording is inactive. And I set the width and height 150 150, and the button image view, the ID of this image view is IB record. Now on the right side of this button what I have again an image view with a play button. So I expand it, and you can see this height and width of this is 70 dp, and I set the margin start to 20 dp, and it is layout to end of. So you can see it is right to off this IB record. And center, I just pass here align parent bottom pass to, center horizontal pass to make it center. You can also remove this as well. We don't need this. So this is fine. And then I just give the margin bottom 75 dp here to make it perfectly aligned. Now this is just a UI, so you can create this UI as well. And now one thing I forget to tell here, I forget to copy this Lottie animation view. So whenever user click on play button, I have this Lottie animation, so I have to paste this here. So you can see this is the Lottie animation, and by default I set it to visibility gone. So you can see if the recording is playing, then I have to show Lottie animation. If recording is recording, if recording is in progress, then I have just an image view. So we have to just make the visibility visible or gone for both Lottie animation view and for image view. So if recording is in progress, we just need to show image view, and if playing is in progress, then we need to show Lottie animation instead of image view. So hope you understand. So this is just a basic recording. So now let's come on to our main topic, which is our Java code, how we are going to record the audio in Android, and how to save that audio, then how to play that audio as well. So we are going to learn lots of concepts in this video, and we are going to create lots of logics. So first of all, we need to take the permission of audio recording. So one thing I forget to mention, open your manifest here, and inside manifest we need to mention the permissions here, uses permission and record audio. We are going to use this permission. So this is fine. Now let's come inside our main activity.java. So first of all, let's declare a variable. So private static final int. So it will going to our request code. So int, and you can give any variable name. So I'm just giving here or request audio code. Request audio permission code. It is a better name, and you can set any code whatever you want. So I'm just setting here 101. Now we have a media recorder in Android if we want to record audio. Then we have a media player if we want to play the audio. And then what we have an image view to assign the XML ID to a Java ID. So first button is IB record to record the audio. Then we have a second button image view. That one is IB play to play the audio. Then we have a text view to show the recording path. So and also recording time. So first text view is TV time, and second text view is TV path. And it is better to give the name here TV recording path. It is better name. Then after this, what we have an image view. We have to set the visibility of simple BG again and again on the basis of condition recording is playing or recorded. Then we have to take some boolean variable is recording. So why we need to take some boolean variable? Let us suppose if user click on recording button, then if user again click on recording button, then we have to pause recording on that time. So we need to check every time condition. So boolean will help on that time. And then what we have also boolean is playing. So we have to pause the audio if the recording is playing. So we have to pause on that time. So this boolean variable is also help check out. And by default we need to store inside this false, because both operation on that time, if we open the app on first time, it will nothing will happen inside the app. So we have to perform everything if someone click on any button. And then what we have a seconds. So by default the seconds of the recording is 0, so we need to take this. Then by default the path of the recording is null. Then we have another thing, Lottie animation view. So we also need to assign the Xml ID to Java ID. So lab playing, this is the playing animation. So I just give the LAV, means Lottie animation view playing. Then we need to take some dummy seconds to work with handlers to make a logic. Like if someone click on play, then we have to don't need to start the from 0. Then we need to save that instance of the recording time. So for this we need to take some dummy second as well. So int dummy second equals 0. Then we also have to take another variable int playable second, which will tell us for how much time we need to play the recording, because we need to auto stop the playing if the recording is get finished. So we will going to identify with the help of recording time. So we need to take this. So all thing is done. Now we need to assign the Xml ID to Java ID. So I can skip this part, you can do it by on. So I just copy this from here. So I am copying this and I'm just pasting the Xml ID to Java ID. So you can do this by on. So we have basically 6 things: record button, play button, timer where we are going to show the time, recording path, simple BG we have to remove this, and Lottie animation view. So hope you understand. Let's write the code. First of all we need to request the permission. So if someone click on record button, IB record dot set on click listen new, then capital 1 press enter. Now inside this, if someone click on this button, first of all we will check whether our application contain permission of the recording or not. So I am just making a function here, check permission. So it is showing error because we didn't create this function till now, so don't worry. So check permission. So it is better to give the name here check recording permission, because it is showing the inbuilt function. First, but we don't need to use inbuilt function, that's why. So I just give this name check recording permission, and if we have permission then we can start our recording, and if it is we don't have permission then we have to request the permission. So here I am going to call request permission function. So it is better to give the function name request recording permission. Now we can write the both of the codes. First of all let's write the code for our request permission, how we are going to request the permission. So for this just you have to type a private void, and then function name is request recording permission. And now let's create this. So inside this we are going to request the permission. So activity compat dot request permission. Inside this first of all pass the context, which is our main activity dot this. Now second thing we need to pass the permission type, so new string, and then after this take 2 curly braces and just mention the permission name. So manifest dot permission dot record audio. And at last what we need to pass here, request code. So permission request code, request audio permission code, this is this done. So request permission is finished. Now we have to also create the function here, check permission. So public boolean check permission, check recording permission. So it will return boolean whether it is true or false. If we have permission then we have to return true, otherwise we have to return false. So we just need to type here if context compat dot check per self permission. Inside this we can pass the context with the help of this as well, manifest dot permission dot record audio. And here we need to compare the permission. So equal package manager dot permission denied. So if we don't have permission then we have to simply return what we have to return. We have to also request the permission again, and then what we have to return false, and else what we have to return, otherwise we have to return true. So this is done. Now we have to create the function on activity result. After taking the permission from the user we have to identify whether we have permission now or not. So for this we have to on request permission result, we have to override this method. So just type here on request permission and it will going to show this inbuilt method, and we can use this inbuilt method. Now here we need to pass the request code. If request code is equal request audio, if it is equal to this then it means we are requesting for audio, and then we have to check the grant results. So if grant results, dot length greater than 0, it means we have a result something. And now we have to take the boolean variable here, so I am just typing here permission to record, and inside this I am going to store the result what we have. So just type here grant result. On 0 what we have, grant result equal package manager dot permission granted. So it will going to result for this. So if it is give us true, then it means we have a permissions now and we can perform. We can simply make a text here, toast.make text get application context permission given, and then toast.lengthshot.show. And otherwise we don't have permission again, so we can show to the user you denied the permission. So copy this and paste it here. So permission denied. So the permission work is finished. Now after getting the permission, we have to perform here our recording part. So first of all we will record and then we will save the recording. Now it is better in Java if we perform some heavy task on our background thread. So we are going to use executor for this. So for this, just declare a variable for executor first. So just type here executors service and then executor service and then new executors dot new single thread executor. So this is done. So we can use this to perform a background task as well. Now before recording the audio, first of all we need to store the media player. So media player equal new media player inside this. Okay, this is fine. Now if we have permission, then we have to check whether the recording is already in progress or not. So if this recording is not true, so it means recording is not in progress. So if it is true, then it means recording is under progress. If it is not true, then it means recording is not progress. So we can start recording. So you can see by default what I store inside this false, because on starting we are not recording anything. So that's why I just pass in not here. And now after this I can make it true to show. Now we can start recording, and then we have to execute the service. So executor service dot execute and new runnable, and inside this in background we can start the recording. So because this is a heavy task and it is always better to perform this in a background thread. So this is the player object of media player, because we have to play the audio again and again if user press on play button again and again. So just type here media recorder equal new media recorder. We have to create the object for this. Then we have a media recorder dot set audio source, and inside this what we need to pass here, audio source of our mic. So media recorder dot audio source dot mic. Then we have to set the file format. So media recorder dot set output format, and inside this just type here media recorder dot output format dot 3gp. So you can pass any format, it is your choice. Now after this what we need to pass here, we need to pass the path of here for the file. So media recorder equal, then we need to pass here dot set output file, and inside this we have to call the function to get the file path, where we have to store the recording wherever we want. So I just typing here get recording file path. You can give this function name whatever you want, and we have to create this function. Now after this we have to store this function, this path inside this path variable. And why I am doing this, let us suppose user doesn't record anything and user click on play button. So on that time I am going to show no recording is present right now. So that's why I am just storing here get recording path here. So the function name is get recording file path. Then we have a media recorder dot set audio encoder, and inside this we need to pass here media recorder dot audio encoder dot AMR, audio encoder dot AMR NB. So this is done. Now after this we have to prepare the recorder, and then we need to start it. So media recorder dot prepare, and then what we have media recorder dot start. So now our recording will start. So I have to just add a exception here, try catch block. So surround with try catch, otherwise it will going to show exception. Now let's create this function get recording file path. So it will give us string path. So just type here, it will going to return the string. So string get recording file path, and Now inside this we need to create a context wrapper. So if we want to store the audio with the help of external storage, or we can say environment directly, so on that time we don't need any kind of permission of external storage. So new context wrapper and get application context, and now I'm just typing here file type file music, import this file, then equal, and just type here context wrapper dot get external files directory, and inside this we need to pass here environment dot directory music. And now after this we need to pass the file, so file again, file equal, then new file, and inside this we need to give the file name. So first of all set the path music, and then we need to give the file name, so test file, you can give whatever you want, and then we have to concatenate it with the .mp3, so you can also play it from over your files app, and then return file.path. So this is done. So you can also take a random function here to get a random integer, and you can concatenate with the random integer too if you want to save all recordings. But I am going to just save just only one recording, and again I am going to overwrite it. But if you concatenate any random number every time, then it will going to save your all recordings as well. So hope you understand. So this is done. Now our recording is in progress, and now we have to pause it. We have to update the UI first before pausing. And after this we have to update the UI, so we are using executor, so we have to update the UI on our UI thread. So run on UI thread and then new runnable, and inside this we need to update the UI. So first of all we have to change the BG. So first of all we need to make it simple, IV simple BG dot set visibility visible. Let us suppose if user come from playing, then we have to show it again, so that's why I am just typing here, and we need to hide it lab playing set visibility and view.con. This is fine. Now on that time what we have a 0 playable second, because on that time recording is progress. Then we have a second also 0, then we have a dummy seconds, everything is 0 on that time if recording is under progress. Then we have to change our image view, so ib record.set image drawable, and inside this we need to pass here context compact dot get drawable. Then we have to pass the context. So first thing main activity dot this, and second thing what we have to pass our file name. So I am going to use our now mic active, recording active I think. So this is set it successfully. Now after this what we have to call the function here run timer. So why I'm going to make a function here run timer, to show like how much seconds recording is already done, and to show 1 2 3 on screen. It will give a better UI experience to the user, like how much second is recorded and how much is in progress. Now this is just to record everything. Now if recording is not in progress, let us suppose user want to stop the recording, so on the time we need to come inside our else part. So just type here, take here else, and we need to write the code. So it is showing error, so let me check where is our if block. So I cut this, so I minimize this. So this is the main else if block here. So if it is if block, then you can see this is the if block. So here we need to pass here else. So this is done, because this if is of a check recording permission, and if we don't have permission we have to request permission, and this is the if recording is in progress, then we have to stop the recording. So on that time we just need to do some basic thing, executor service dot execute, then new runnable, and inside this we need to stop the recorder over. So media recorder dot stop, and then we have to release it, media recorder dot release. Then we have a media recorder equal null. Then we have a playable second. Now let us suppose user want to play that recent audio. So on that time we have a playable second, and inside this I am going to store the second. So it will going to update the UI for how much time I have to play this audio, because it is not possible to figure out the time from the recording file. So I can directly figure out from this help of seconds. Now I also have to store dummy second inside this seconds variable, because we have to, if user want to play the recent recording again and again, and then I have to set the second 0, because on that time if user want to record a new audio, then on that time I have to set the second 0. And last thing I have to change recording false, because now recording is get stopped. And on UI thread I have to change the UI again. So run on UI thread, the new runnable, and inside this I can do the same coding. So we can copy this, Control C copy. So on that time we don't need to make change any here, and we have to clear our handler as well. So it is not showing any handler, but we have to clear our handler. We are going to create handler because we have to update the UI seconds again and again. So I'm just typing here handler.remove callback messages, and inside this I'm going to pass null, and we will going to create this handler soon, so don't worry. And now on the time I have to show the icon here recording inactive, because now recording get paused. So on the top, what we can declare a variable of handler here. And also one thing I forget, I have to remove the action bar as well. Let's support action bar.hide. So this work is finished. Now we have to write the code for our, if someone click on play button, then we have to play the recent audio. So just type here ib play dot set on click listener, and while playing I don't need any kind of permission, and inside this I can just check the condition here. If it is already playing, then we don't need to play it, we need to pause it on that time. So I am going to use the same logic again here. Now we need to check here if path is equal to null. If path not equal to null, then it means recording is present, otherwise recording is not present. So on that time, if path not equal to null, then if path not equal to null, then it means recording is present. So I have to set this recording source on our set data source, and I am to just pass here that recording file path. So it is showing error because we have to add this inside our try catch block. So this is done. So if path is not equal to null, then it means we have a recording, and otherwise we don't have a recording. So on that time I can show the toast.make test get application context, and inside this no recording present, then toast.length short, then dot show. So this is done. Now after this, what we have to prepare our media player. We already declare a variable for our media player on top, so we don't need to declare it again. So you can see here we have a media player again, and it is universal because we have to use the handler again and again if we want user to play. So we have to declare it globally. Now prepare it, and then we have a media player dot start, that it will going to start our recording, playing our recording. And we also need to add inside our try catch block, and inside else block we need to return this. Otherwise, if it is recording path is not present, so we don't want to continue this loop, and we have to return from here. That's it. So this is done. Now after this, we need to just update some variables. So is playing, now the recording is playing in that time, so is playing is true, and then we have to update our recording image view. So ib set image drawable, and we need to pass the context first, context compat dot get drawable, then pass the context main active dot this, and now r dot drawable dot pause, because on that time recording is playing and we have to show the pause icon on screen. Then on that time I have to load the Lottie animation instead of this. So ib simple busy, so I have to make it gone, and I have to show the Lottie animation here. So lap playing dot set visibility visible, and I also have to show the timer here to show the recording is progress and how much already seconds is played or not. So hope you understand. Now inside the else part, if this is the else, if you user again click on that button, then we have to on that time we have to stop the recording. So just type here media player dot stop, and then media player dot release, we have to release this, and then media player equal null. Then we have to again create a new object of media player if user want to play that recording again. So I have to just type here, and we have to set it to false, because in that time it is not playing, and we have to also make it second false 0. And at last we have a handler. So I have to just copy paste this line. So it is showing error. So why it is showing error? So this is the exact method, remove callbacks and messages. So copy this and paste this here, and ib simple bg. And if you don't do this handler dot remove callback, so it will going to create an again and again new handler, so it will going to create a lots of confusion in your application, and you will not going to figure out what is happening inside the application. So that's why it is always better to clear the handler after the working is get done. Then we have to show the lab set visibility gone. We have to again, if user click on pause button, then we have to show again our normal image view, and we have to hide our Lottie animation, and then we have to change it so it is better to I can copy this, so I control C copy and paste it here, and recording play again. So every work is finished, and now we have to just create this runtimer function which will going to update the UI as well. So let's create this function which is our main function of the code. So private void runtimer, and inside this we are going to declare the variable for our handler. So first of all, you can see before removing it I am just declaring it runtime here, so it will not going to show any null pointer exception because we are first declaring it here. So handler equal new handler, then after this handler dot post delay, post new runnable, and inside this we have to show minutes, seconds from starting time 0, so int minutes we have to update it as well. So int minutes equal, then we have a seconds, so second dot percent 360 then divided by 60, then we have a int seconds in short form, and then seconds percent 60, then we have a time which we are going to show on our text here. So string format local dot get default, and then we have to pass the format. So I am going to show just minute and hours. So per 02d percent 02d, this is fine. And after this take a comma here and just pass here minutes and seconds, this one short form in seconds. So this is done, and on after this what we have to set this time on our TV time. So TV time dot set text, and inside this we need to pass our time here. So this is done. Now we have to write some logic part here. So if recording is playing, so first of all we have a same text view for both recording and for playing the recording. So if is recording, so it means recording is in progress, or we have another condition if is playing and playable sound, playable second not equal to -1. So it means we have some second to play the audio as well. So these are two different conditions. First thing, if recording is in progress, then we have to update the UI. If it is playing and we have a playable second not equal to -1, then it means we have some portion of the recording which is playing and we have to show the timer. So first of all we have to increment the second as well. So seconds plus plus, then we have to decrease the playable second minus minus. So why? Because on the time if I am pausing the recording, then you can see on the time I am storing the second inside my playable second. Now inside this what I can do, I can again check if playable second equal -1 and is playing. So this is just for one condition, and if it is this, then on the time what we can do, we have to media player dot stop, and then media player dot release, then media player equal null, then we have to create this function again, object of media player again, to if user click on press on again button, then we have to play this recording, release and recording again. So playable second, inside this we are going to store the dummy second as well. So now this is the where dummy second come in handle. You can see I have already dummy second because I am decreasing the playable second. So let us suppose user want to play this dead recording audio again. So on the time I am going to identify the length of the recording audio. So for this I have to take a dummy second variable again, and I store this again here. So now it will going to update this. So if you again press on play button, so it is not equal to 1, and we can play again, and we have to update the timer as well. So we understand. Now after this we have to make it second 0, this second 0, and then we have to handler dot remove callbacks if everything goes, if recording is get finished. So on that time we have to show this, remove the handler and set visibility. We have to show the visibility of this visible, and then we have a lap playing dot set visibility gone. We have to, because now recording playing is finished, and we have to set the image drawable context compact dot get drawable and main activity dot this, and then inside this r dot drawable dot play again. Now because now the recording is finished and user can play it again, and after this what we have to return this return, and below this we need to post delay to increment it. So handler dot post delay, and inside this pass this and 1000 mean 1 second. So it will going to update our UI every 1000 after 1 second. So finally guys, our application is ready. So now it's time to check our app whether the app is working or not, and if it is working fine, then we will end this video. So I have to press on run button and it will start building, and if there's some error present in our application, then we are going to solve that error. So don't worry. So application build successful, and now application installed successfully. So you can see UI is looking fabulous, and now let's record an audio. So you can see it is showing the permission, so I'm just giving the permission here while permission given. So now I have to press on again recording button. So you can see UI get updated. So I have to just record something. So this is demo recording. So now pause it. So you can see recording get paused, and now if I try to play, Lottie animation working fine. So you can see recording working fine, but I forget to update my recording file name. So I have to set that file path on our recording. So you can see where I am getting this. I am getting here, and I have to set it here. So TV recording path dot set text, and inside this we need to set here recording get recording file path. So I forget to do this thing. So now let's run this again. So if I try to play this, so you can see it is showing no recording present because I am just overriding this recording again and again. So now press on play button, so it is showing crashing. So let me check why it is crashing. So you can see it is crashing because I am updating the UI on our background thread. So it is not possible to update the UI on background thread. So we have to update here on our UI thread. So run it again. So I press on run button. So you can see now it is showing recording. So this is the final testing of application. Play it. So you can see now it is showing recording. So this is the final testing of application. So you can see our recording is working fine, and it automatically got paused if recording is finished. Now let's play it again. So you can see now it is showing recording. So this is the final testing of application. Now let's record one more audio. So this is the second recording audio for application. So I think some error is present inside our application. So we have to figure out that error. So after hours of debugging, I find the issue. So you can see after, if the playable second is -1, then it means I have to set it to here is playing equal to false, because on that time recording is not playing. So this is the issue due to our application is not working fine. So let's run this application again. So let's make a recording. So now this is going to final testing. Play it. So now this is going to final testing. Play it again. So now this is going to final testing. Let's make a new recording. So let's make a new recording. Please subscribe to channel. So let's make a new recording. Please subscribe to channel. So let's make a new recording. Please subscribe to channel. So finally guys, our application is working fine, and I hope guys you learned something new in this video. If you have any question, if you have any query, just comment down below. So I'm going to try to give the answer of every comment. So please like the video, please subscribe the channel, and please share the channel. If you have any question, just comment down below. So thank you guys. See you soon in next amazing video.